Hi, I'm Dr. Bobby Bennett with BodyWise Chiropractic, and today we're going to go over some core exercises. Lower back pain is a very common symptom for me to see, and having some at-home exercises to do once you're feeling better is a great way to prevent that pain from coming back. We're going to go through 4 exercises that Kathy's going to show you the correct form. So the first exercise is going to be an articulated bridge. A bridge is very good for building not only the internal core strength, but also the strength of your gluteal muscles. It's going to help provide stability for your pelvis. So to start with, we're going to have Kathy go into what we call an anterior pelvic tilt. She's going to tilt her pelvis in this direction. So think of taking your tailbone and bringing it down towards the ground. Once you're in that position, we're going to slowly tilt posterior. And now take that pubic bone and lift it up towards the ceiling. We know we're at our full bridge position when you see the shoulder, the hip, and the knee making a straight line. You can pause at the top, and then slowly, one segment at a time, she's going to lower back down to the mat. And in order to end this exercise, she's going to roll back into that anterior tilt, thinking of stamping that tailbone back onto the ground, and that's 1 rep. You're going to want to start with maybe 5 or 10 reps. As you get stronger, you can pause for a longer period of time at the top part of the bridge, and you can also make it more challenging by extending out one of your legs when you're here at the top. The key is to keep that pelvis nice and level while you're holding that leg up. Now she's going to lower back down, again, 1 segment at a time, and the exercise is complete. The next exercise we're going to go over is called a dead bug. The starting position, your arms and your legs are going to go back up to the ceiling so you look like you're looking like a dead bug. And in this position, we're going to slowly extend out one arm overhead. She's keeping her core nice and tight, no arching of the back. That arm's going to come back up. Now the opposite leg is going to lower towards the ground. Now when you're starting out with this exercise, you may not want to go as low with the leg. You may want to stop about 45 degrees. Once you feel a little bit more comfortable with this exercise, you can move the arm and the leg at the same time. So we're going to start both arms and legs up. Now opposite arm and leg are going to lower towards the ground. Again, staying nice and tight here in the core, not arching that back. And then we're going to slowly come back up, and you're going to switch, and the opposite arm and leg are going to go down. Pause at the bottom and come back up. Again, you want to start with probably 5 to 10 exercises. As you get stronger, you can add extra reps. Alright, the next exercise we're going to do is a quadruped exercise. So we're going to have Kathy flip over so she's on her hands and her knees. Now the key to starting this exercise is to get into a nice neutral position with the back. So you can do a couple of tilts of the pelvis to go exaggerate that posterior tilt, arching that back up, and anterior tilt, bringing that belly towards the ground. We want to start kind of halfway in between. Once we're in that position, and again, you can do this one with 1 arm and 1 leg singly, and then as you get stronger, you can add the 2 of them together. So we'll start with just extending 1 arm straight out in front, keep nice and level, and then back down. Now the opposite leg is going to go straight out behind, really activating that glute. Perfect, and then back down. And again, once you get stronger, now we can add that arm and leg together. And you can pause at the top. As you get stronger, you may pause for a longer period of time. Start with maybe 2 to 3 seconds, and you can extend it out from there. And now we're going to do the opposite arm and leg. Making sure we're keeping that pelvis nice and level. And relax. Great. The last core exercise we're going to go over is called a plank. And the plank can be done a couple different ways. We're going to start out with a traditional plank, and then Kathy will also show you a modified version for starting out with this exercise. So you're going to get on your elbows, and you really want to think of bringing your shoulder blades down and back for this exercise. We don't want to cause any extra stress to the shoulders and the neck. So once she's nice and tight here in the mid-back, holding her upper body, she's gonna lift up, and now we're gonna stay in a nice straight line here. And this exercise is just a sustained exercise. You're not actually gonna be moving during it, so it's building endurance for these muscles. This is something that you can start by doing just a couple of seconds and then go back down onto your knees. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale, and you can push back up into that same position. If this is a little bit challenging and it's hard to keep that pelvis nice and level, a modified version of the plank is to actually stay down on the knees and just get that core nice and tight. You're gonna lift that pelvis and balance on those knees. This is a great way to start this exercise.